Excellent.
Good,
So, I'm kind of digging this whole thing where we just like screw introductions and just hop right in because it feels the most genuine. So, jumping right in, when we last saw our heroes, they had arrived back in the frigid town of Frosthearth after clearing out the family burial crypt of a local squire. Upon returning, you received payment, said some parting words to Matthias Aaronmore, and witnessed something rather strange, the apparent kidnapping of a certain citizen of Frosthearth by city guards. At the end of the last session, Squire Matthias Aaronmore had just said his farewells when you noticed a group of 4 city guards wearing half-plate armor with some cobalt tabards and wielding short swords and crossbows. They had knocked one of these citizens unconscious, put a bag over his head, restrained him, and began dragging him towards Greywind Castle at the northern end of the city. 2 of the guards are dragging this man away, while the other 2 are facing all the onlookers, citizens of the city with concerned looks on their face, but no sense of shock. It looks like they've witnessed something similar to this before, but nonetheless is still rather concerning. One of the guards barks towards the rest of the town. "Nothing to see here. Back to your homes. This concerns none of you. This is strictly official business," and begins to walk away. As the skies darken, rain begins to fall, and the rest of the townsfolk go about their evening. The 4 of you now stand at the foot of O'Rourke's Tavern, with rain beginning to fall on your head. Seeing this go down, what would you all like to do?
I don't know, dude. I think the last thing we want to do is get caught up with the guards here, considering that, it's kind of a big city. That's just personal experience, but what do you all think?
I think we're good this town, man.
Do any of you know if that kind of thing happens a lot around here?
No, Ilien. I've been here with you the entire time.
I wasn't talking to you.
I mean, I've seen guards in other cities, take people like that, but never the crowd reaction seemed calm, almost. So, maybe it does happen a lot around here.
You could ask them. Just saying.
Quick question: Who here has the highest passive perception?
Not me.
14.
Okay. So
14.
I'm gonna say it's Turner, just based on eye level. But as the rain is falling, Turner, you notice that when raindrops hit the real quick, this is important. Byron, do you keep your sword in a sheath, or how do you store your sword when you're not
It's in a sheath on my back.
Right, okay. I remember that. I drew your character. How do I not remember
Yeah.
that? As you're looking, Turner, you see that as raindrops are falling on his sword, you see a slight bits of steam rise up when water comes into contact with his sword.
Can I touch the scabbard of his sword then?
You could probably touch the scabbard. You're not tall enough to reach the hilt from your height.
That's fair. I just want is it warm?
As you put your hand on it, no.
Just tug at his arm and just go, sword hot?
What?
Just pointing at your sword. Steam.
Can I tug it in a way that I can see over my shoulder what he's trying to point to.
You mean you're trying to like look at the sword from over your shoulder?
So like I know it's like strapped to my back in a way, but is there a way that I can like lean forward and tug it so like I'm not pulling it out of the sheath, but able to look at what he might be pointing to?
Okay, yeah, I sort of, I think I understand what you're meaning. Yeah, you sort of, you pull it towards you, and you do notice a bit what he's talking about. When the rain droplets hit your blade, they sort of sizzle and then turn into steam. They are evaporated almost instantly.
And it's like rain. It's not like freezing rain.
Oh yeah, no. I mean it's chilly, but yeah, it's not freezing rain by any means.
I mean, I'll feel the handle and stuff. I assume it just feels normal.
Yeah.
It
feels totally normal in your touch.
That's weird. No, it feels normal. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, Turner. Do we want to get inside at least? It's pretty chilly out.
Yep. At this point in your guys' as you guys are standing there, the guards have already made quite a lot of distance between you guys and the unconscious body of this random citizen. He looked like he was waiting outside of Auroric's tavern. Corik, not Corik, sorry. Byron, in fact, since you've been in the city the longest, you've actually seen this man before in Auroric's tavern a few times, but you don't know his name or anything, but you do slightly recognize him.
Yeah, if I recognize him, I don't know, was he like boisterous or is he just a passing face in the tavern?
More like a passing face in the tavern. He didn't leave a huge impression, but he is a bigger guy. He's like portly, horseshoe bald, a very thin nose, and he's more like the silent type. He didn't really talk much, but you do recognize his face.
I've seen him in the tavern before. Didn't make any impression. He was pretty quiet. I mean, plenty of people pass through. Maybe he just got caught doing something. But if we want to follow him, we better choose it now. If not, I'm tired and we should probably head inside.
I just start yawning a lot, exhausted.
So I'm gonna say we should probably head on in.
Ilien, what do you think?
I think I want to ask around to see what happened, but most of us are still pretty beat up. We can't risk getting perceived as being part of this guy's friend group and get ourselves beat up by the guards too.
I'd say we can just act, in the tavern, say, like the innkeeper, the bartender, if they're separate people. Probably the same one dude. I can't remember offhand. Just say, hey, folks get kidnapped often, right? We can just ask him.
That works for me.
Associated with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look into it more later if it's something we decide.
That sounds good to me. And I'm just going to start to walk inside because I'm getting wet and cold.
Right. Jaunting up the stone stairs and through the door of Auroric's tavern, you're greeted once again with the nice, relatively cozy interior of Auroric's tavern, which, in comparison to a lot of the rest of the city, is a very warm and calming place. But yeah. So, are all of you? I'm assuming all of you guys are going in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it right there. All right. As you walk in, the kind face of Gillard O'Rourke meets you guys. He looks at you and says, "Oh, welcome back. Have a seat wherever you'd like."
I'm probably just gonna go post up by the fire to warm up a bit.
All right.
Seconded.
As you go up to this stone fireplace, you pass a few of the people in here. A lot of the locals seem very dour individuals. Like all of the patrons that you've seen in here so far are just tired and depressed looking and have bags under their eyes as if sleep is hard to come by. But you almost forget about the cold-heartedness of the city when you sit next to the fire, warming yourselves up. It feels pretty nice, especially after being in that crypt for what, maybe an hour, an
few
hour.
hours.
Yeah, a few hours. You guys rested in there. And now that I think of it, the past two sessions, the two sessions before this and this one, have all taken place on the same day.
Long day.
Yeah, very long day. As you said at the end of the last session, what a day.
Yeah.
So as you all sit down near this fire, the tavern, the barkeep walks up to you guys and says, "Can I get you folks anything to drink? Anything at all? Any food, maybe?"
I don't know. Probably some meats if you have any left. What? Because I wouldn't know what time it is. It was just dark when we got back, right?
Yeah, I mean it's usually dark, but like, yeah, in the later hours.
So if you had anything left over from if you made dinners, that'd be nice.
All right. For the lots of you, or just for yourself?
I'll kind of look around, see what other people look like if they want food too.
I'll just mimic back to everyone. The lot of you?
He sort of looks down at you with a queer eye, and he says, "Well, what can I get for you, little buddy?"
Pretty sure he's
Suddenly
asking for
having
the
the-
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of look scared, not knowing what to say now that I have direct contact on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking in Corik and Ilien's direction if they want food too.
So I could do a little something.
Sure. For the lot of us then.
All right. I'll be right back. And then he goes off and begins gathering food and drink for you guys. And as you're gathered around this fire, warming up from the cold exterior outside, yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Take out those scrolls and see if I can read them by the fire now.
All right, the scrolls. Allow me a moment to go check my notes from last session. So those scrolls were the ones that you got out of the hidden room inside of the Aramore family crypt, right?
Yeah, the secret room. The scrolls of Sane.
Right. Okay. And you're just trying to read through them?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and just roll a religion check.
Hey. Nope, not that.
Oof. Natural 1.
You poor bugger. You're never gonna know what those scrolls say.
Dang it.
You start reading them, and then with the cozy nature of this fire, which, by the way, as you look, doesn't exactly feel like actual fire. Like, you've all been around the campfire at some point in your life, maybe near a torch, but this fire just feels off. Like, somehow artificial. But it gives off heat, so honestly, what's the difference? And as you're sitting there all cozy in this nice, comfortable, albeit a little bit beat-up chair, you begin lulling off to sleep, and then you wake up, start over and start reading, and then start falling asleep again, and then eventually you just... There's a certain point where you're thinking, maybe now's not the best time to read them, and you just storm away for later. But you know that they're devotional scrolls, might be of use to a temple where Satan is worshipped, maybe. But that's really all you can glean off of them.
Sad bird sounds.
Sad bird sounds in asterisks. Wait,
Yes.
hold on. I think I can do it in chat. Hold on. Sad bird sounds.
Okay.
That kind of worked. Not
Sure.
what I wanted. But anyway, yeah, and Ilien, I believe you still have the swept hilted rapier that you found,
Yep.
or were granted by Lothias.
Yep, and that would have been what I would have been examining while I was waiting.
It's got really fine craftsmanship. It looks like they're, despite being in this old family crypt, especially in this hidden room, apparently, which hasn't been touched in years, it doesn't look like a speck of dust has touched this blade. It looks like it was freshly forged and is now in your hand. The craftsmanship of it looks very elegant. It looks like it was meant to be held by royalty, and it's a little off-putting that someone such as yourself would be wielding such a magnificent weapon in your lifetime. Is there anything else specific you were trying to glean from it, or just looking it over, admiring how cool it is?
Admiring it, and then I would ask Turner, because if I remember right, he knew the story of... I'm spacing on her name. The hero that was holding it.
Right.
If he knew anything more about the sword.
Okay.
Of Lady Thissa?
Yes.
You remembered. Did you take that as a note, or did you just remember it?
I
just
took it as
straight
a
up
note.
remembered. I have notes, but I have yet to actually open and reference them.
And you guys are better players than me. The only character I've actually taken like vehement notes for is my current divination wizard, because I feel like he would remember shit. But yeah. So you Ilien are asking Turner about the sword then?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you go about asking him?
Well, I'd be looking at it probably shortly after he puts away the scrolls, because I wouldn't have disturbed him while he was reading.
Right.
Or trying to read. Turner, you said you remembered the story about that Lady Knight that was holding this. Right?
Right?
Does that story mention anything about this sword?
does said story mention anything about a cool sword?
You can go ahead and roll a history check.
History check.
Yes.
Huzzah.
Ooh. So, the problem is not about how much you remember about this story, it's about how you can effectively communicate the story back to them, because there's a lot of details.
No.
So, you recall back to the many textbooks that you've read in your childhood, and you remember that the founding of the Nocturnal Kingdom, which is the kingdom in which you all reside currently, was when a group of heroes, one for each kingdom that currently exists within the Nocturnal Kingdoms, they all overthrew the dragon princes who tried to resurrect Tiamat. And one of them was Lady Thissa, who is practically the one of the largest role models that female soldiers in any culture have, because she's just like the epitome of being a badass and getting stuff done. But she was one of the 5 brave soldiers that fought back against the dragon princes and claimed most of the continent for mortal kind over the forces of the dragons. And the story doesn't specifically mention this sword, but it did say that she wielded a rapier. Whether or not that's this sword, probably unlikely, considering she's basically a mythic figure. But it might have been from the same time period, who knows?
Okay. So what was your question to me about this sword again?
If it was mentioned in that story.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit there, and it looks like he's having some sort of malfunction as he's trying to process how to say this before he just looks and goes, no.
I was hoping you'd say that. Like, you get like this
buffering
mini lore dump.
Like, even though computers aren't invented, you just hear Turner mimicking the dial-up internet sound.
Yeah,
Pretty
just like
much.
the Windows powering down.
Yeah.
Or like the Windows error where it's just like, boom.
Boom. Bum. Bum,
Just-
bum.
If we had sound effects, that's absolutely what just happened in his brain.
Yeah, Turner's brain is just a fax machine that's constantly being jammed.
Oh, good lord.
And I refuse to accept any other reality. But yeah, as you say that, and Ilien goes back to looking at her sword with this whole new lease on life with the information she just learned.
You mean lack of information.
Yeah, lack
Yeah.
of information, I said nothing.
The barkeep comes back with drinks and food aplenty. He has this platter that just has a loaf of bread that's split in half. It doesn't look like super fresh or anything, but it looks good. And a few cuts of what appear to be grilled beef or something. And yeah, and a few mugs of some ale. One for each of you. He says, "I don't know what your favorite drink is, but I just got you some Hilltop Brew, and hopefully that'll work. Enjoy." And then just sets it down.
Thank you. And
Oh, no worries.
I'll go over and pick up some of the meats and just kind of start just casually munching on it.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Before the barkeep leaves, can I just go and yell, "Water?"
He hasn't left yet because right as as Byron goes up to get grab the food, he says, "What? My! You folks look pretty busted up. Did you just get into a scrap or something?"
We completed a job for I have it in my notes somewhere. What was his last name? The
Matthias Aaronmore.
Aaron Moore. For Mr. Aaron Moore.
Oh,
Yeah.
completing jumps for very high-profile characters, I see.
I guess so. But we just got done for the day, so now we're hoping to turn in eventually.
Right. Well, do you plan on staying in Frosthearth very long? He says with a kind of concerned look on his face.
I mean, if pay stays, maybe, but I don't tend to stick around anywhere too often. Jobs always move. I don't know about the rest of you.
It's cold, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I've lived here for a good portion of years. But, by the sounds of it, since you're making friends with the Squire of a Knight of the Broken Sword, you'll be moving up the ranks in no time, and we'll have enough saved up to get yourselves out of this rather tragic city.
Why do you say that? To me, it just seems cold.
Well, I've lived here for a number of years, and between you and me, if I had a chance to live anywhere else in the Underwood Timberlands, I probably would. The cold is the least of our worries. The mayor of our city, Lady Dragova, her family has sort of run the show for many years, and it's not a kind relationship that the citizens have with the mayor. Yeah, she and her family have imposed many laws against speaking out against their family, or basically just slander and ill speak of the Dragova family is considered a crime punishable by a week in the dungeons or worse.
Would their guard have like cobalt blue in their uniform?
Oh yes, the city guard of Frosthearth have a dark blue outfit over their armor.
Okay, because on our way in, I think we saw just what you're explaining to one of the citizens. A little
One
bit,
of the citizens? What happened?
I'll explain to him what he looked like. He was in here for a few days.
As soon as you describe him, his face goes pale.
Well, he was, knocked out and dragged away?
Dear God. That, if you're describing who I think you are, that would be my friend Hammond. He's my dishwasher.
Oh,
yeah. He sort of has to... He steps back for a second. He says, I'll go get you your water, and then walks off.
That's, that was something. Yeah. I mean... I'm just kind of looking around like, anyone else got anything to think on this? Because, after tonight, I don't know. We don't have to stay here. Byron's just gesturing like, anyone else got an input?
At this point, Ilien would have put the sword away
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of be probably folding her fingers in front of her, just sitting there thinking to herself for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That I accidentally muted myself. I meant to say, hey Ilien, you oughta let's hit the road. This place is not pleasant. Let's not stick around any longer than we have to.
I'm just say I don't care really where I go as long as I don't get involved with the guards, because in my past experience, guards, you just kind of want to avoid them.
No, I second that. I do not have a lot of good memories of guards.
Oh, Parker, I may have missed it, but did you say that the innkeep just didn't charge us for the meal?
He hasn't yet. He's probably running a tab on you guys.
I
might have just been muted at the time. I meant to ask how much it was, but I heard, oh, don't worry about it immediately after, but it didn't seem right.
Yeah, I definitely did not hear you say that.
No, I was
probably still muted then.
Yeah. Well, I know we're at least planning to rest. Do we want to rest here for tonight? See if there's a room or two we can rent?
That seems like a good idea.
Okay.
Good idea.
Turner, as you say that, the barkeep plops a tankard in front of you full of water, and just gives you a nod, and then walks away again. And as you begin sipping, you overhear a conversation between some of the other patrons in the bar. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check. Indeed. Where is perception? Wow. Nope.
You don't hear a lot, but you do hear something about a bear. Like, the word bear caught your ear, and coming from this table over here, but you didn't hear much other than that.
It's probably nothing. I'll go back and I want to start writing something down.
Alright. Wait, writing something down on what? Do you have, like, a notebook or something?
I assumed I have books.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You finish up your...
Books.
You finish up your meal, your drinks, and the fire is still raging on. What would you guys like to do?
I know I've been in this tavern before. Would I know about how big the rooms here are?
They're modest sized. Each of them have 2 beds. Except for maybe some of the small ones towards the back of the house. But most of them have just 2 straw beds, enough to accommodate 4 people at maximum capacity. Unless people are like sleeping on the floor or something. But yep, they also have one. They have a lantern in them. And they have some dressers for keeping clothes and stuff.
Kind of. After getting through some of the food, and I'll be like, well, if we're planning to stay here, I know if we want to, one room can fit all of us. Might be someone sleeping on the floor or a tight squeeze, but I know the rooms here are decent. Just kind of looking at Ilien and Corik. So if you two want your own rooms, or your own room to share, since I know you two are siblings?
With a question mark at the end.
Yeah. Because, like, I know I've heard them say it, but just, like, it's more Byron just confirming.
I'm not gonna confirm nor deny. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna ask Ilien, do you want a room? You want your own room? Or our own room? Or however fuck it, you know what I mean.
I don't really care.
Then I shrug. I don't care either.
Dibs on a bed, though.
How about this? If I pay for the food and whatever tab for the food, do you two want to cover the room?
Works, I can do that.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar then and get the barkeep's attention.
He goes from polishing his cups up to the counter, and he says, "Yeah, lad, what can I do for you?"
I'd like to pay for the meal we ordered earlier, and wanted to see how much a room goes for a night.
Well, for one of the rooms, for one night is just a gold piece. With the meal, I think with your, what was it, 4 drinks? One of them was water, so I'm not gonna charge you for water. That's ridiculous. Yes. Per person, it would be about 1 gold piece each.
So the whole meal would be 4 gold then?
Yes.
I'm gonna put 2 gold on the counter. I'm gonna help cover the meal. I overheard that. I assume it's not exactly a giant bar, not a big room.
D&D, the game where we discuss intricacies and etiquette of ordering food.
I'll put down the other 2 for that
Right.
one. And then I'll turn to Corik and just, I don't know if you heard, but 1 room would be 1 gold as well. Do you want me to... Or...
I'm a holler. Ilien, you're up.
Yeah.
Yes, brother?
1 gold for the room.
Okay.
Plops down a gold piece, he picks it up. Turner, while you're sitting there, since I'm just making you roll all the knowledge checks right now, go ahead and roll a quick Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That fire that's in the fireplace, as long as with all the torches, is not. It's magical fire.
Ooh.
Like, the fire is not natural.
Can I kind of like keep my paper and books away from fire, but like go up and just kind of see like if there's any like runes or anything like where it's coming from?
Yes. As you go up, you see that there's no actual wood in the fireplace. It feels like it's giving off heat just like a normal firewood, but instead of there being like logs or kindling for a fire, you just see runes carved into the bottom stone of this fireplace.
Cool. And I go back to writing my thing.
Right. You continue writing your thing.
Yes.
I'm assuming you have one of those quills.
Yeah, I do.
Yes. All right. So, the barkeep goes up to this little piece of wood that he has with a bunch of little metal hooks hanging off with all the keys for the rooms. Picks one off and hands it to you, and he says, "All right, this is room number 6 here for you," and hands it over to you, Ilien. And he says, "There's 2 beds in there. It's yours for the night. There will be a meal ready for you when you wake up."
Right. Well, kind of turn. Do we want to turn it now, or still got a little bit of lounging by the fire energy left in you?
I'm gonna go back to the fire. If you guys want to go up to the room, you're more than welcome to.
I think I'm gonna just sit and shoot the shit with the barkeep. Nothing, not about anything specific. Just sitting and chatting. Don't need to worry about it.
I'll walk back and kind of nibble on whatever's left of the food.
Yeah,
And,
the bits that's left.
yeah, and then while I'm there, I'm just gonna kind of do a looking across the tavern. Is there anyone there that I would recognize from the time I've been here, or is it all just run of the mill, in and out people?
Yeah, just the same folk that you see around Frosthearth all the time. But nobody specific stands out to you or anything.
Got it.
All right.
And I have
go
a
ahead,
question.
Yeah.
My sheath, is it like a separate kind of, I guess, how do I describe this? Is it like attached to belts, or is it more kind of attached to my clothing? I guess I can look at the character art.
Yeah, it's attached to a belt.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it in the sheath, but like kind of unsling it and just kind of look at it while I'm sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of, I'm not really specifically looking for anything, but it's more just taking a chance to get another real good look at it.
Right.
See if it, I don't expect anything to be different, but if there is, like, looking. Because I'm confused about the Steam, or Byron would be. Like, what in the name of that?
So, you don't unsheath it, right?
No,
Okay.
Since we're in a public space.
Right. Okay. Yeah, just looking at it, it looks like the same old sword that you've had for however long it's been.
Yeah. Can I just kind of pop, like, 4 inches out, just to inspect that first?
A, that's what she said. B, yes, you can totally do that. So, you slightly unsheath it, just to see a little bit of the blade. You look over to make sure that the barkeep isn't, like, freaking out or anything over this, and he's just over there shooting the shit as it was with Corik. And you look back at the blade, and you're sort of tilting it a little bit. And as the firelight catches the blade, you swear you see something in the reflection. But then as you go to get a closer look, it looked like it was nothing. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Maybe you took too many blows to the head today.
Yeah, I'll sheath it again and just kind of chill out.
Right.
And
Excuse my bird, he's being a dick.
I'll just kind of.
Be quiet.
Well, I'm ready to turn in. I don't know about the rest of you.
Bro, the entire reason I'm even playing is so I can hear your bird again.
Right. I came for D&D and I stayed for the cockatiel.
Exactly.
Hey, whatever.
But
floats
anyway.
the boat, man.
Yeah. So, Byron, you stand up, give a good stretch, and begin heading back to your room.
Or ask Ilien if she's going, because if not, then I need the key.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose it's that time.
So I'll start making my way over, and on my way over, I'll pass Corik and be like, "Hey, we're heading up to the room. Just to let you know."
I'm gonna join him.
I'm gonna
Alright. Turner, what are you doing?
make
Are
my
you, are
way.
you going with him as well?
Yeah, seeing everyone's going, I'm just gonna go to. Oh, okay, and try and pack everything up and head with them.
Yep. Dry off your little pen. Give a little blow to your whatever writing you're doing to get it to dry faster, and then pack up your stuff. And you're just carrying all these writing supplies with you as you just like sort of jaunt up the stairs. You get back to your room. You find the room that has the etching in of the number 6, which is the room that you're staying in. As you open, it's dark. The only light that you see is coming from the vague, very faint light of one of the lampposts outside, coming in through one of the windows. But as the barkeep said, there are 2 beds in here. It's probably a bit bigger than a twin-sized mattress. But there are 2 of them, as well as 2 medium-sized dressers that could fit various odds and ends. And there is an unlit oil lamp on one of these dressers.
I guess I'll walk over, and is there any matches or anything, or is it one of those where like I look to ignite the lamp?
As you look around, there doesn't appear to be anything to light it with, except for there is a small little flask of oil next to it, but there is nothing to light it with.
Pretty sure I have a tinderbox to light it with.
And if you do so, you just pull some matches out of that and give it a strike. And the oil lamp sheds a bit of light into the room.
Well, Ilien, I know you said you called the bed, and you're the one technically paying for the room, so you get first pick.
I pick whichever one looks comfier.
Right. Both of them look around the same, but if you had to, you know what? Let's make this fun. Deciding on which bed is comfier, go ahead and just roll an insight check.
Absolutely. Perfect use of my high wisdom.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. That one right in front of you is definitely looking
no
comfy.
idea.
It probably didn't have bed bugs, you know.
I mean, it's a medieval setting. They both have bed bugs.
Yeah.
Well, I take that one.
I don't trust her. I really don't necessarily trust her judgment. So, oh shit, no, I do. I trust it 100%.
So you're going over to the other bed then?
No, clearly I'm in the same bed.
Oh.
Because I clearly trust her judgment 100%. I
Right.
thought the exact same thing.
I guess. I just turned to Turner. It's like, well, size-wise, I think it'll be easier for us to share one if you want.
Okay, do either of these beds actually look serviceable, or do they both have bed bugs?
I was like for the most part kidding, but like both of these beds are about like as average of a bed that you would find. Like
Byron doesn't care. He woke up in a forest this morning.
You know what? True.
That's fair. Turner just crawls up into it then. Like, puts a pillow by the foot and, like, lays at the foot of the bed kinda like a dog with a pillow.
Fair enough. And I just let you know, like how in the movies when the character gets home and just drops on the bed, it is like asleep.
Yeah.
I just take off like my clunky gear and I just drop.
Right.
I'm tired.
So, unless anything else were to happen tonight, you all prepare yourselves for sleep. I don't think any of you guys are wearing heavy enough armor where a change of clothing would be necessary. So, you all just
I do have one thing to do, though.
go ahead.
Oh, before we go to sleep, I want to tear out that page I was writing in. I was trying to write down as much of the Thissa story as I could. I just want to hand it to Ilien.
Ah, okay. So, Ilien, right as you're about to turn in for the night, you see this little bird boy jaunt up to you with a piece of parchment in hand. The writing on it still appears a bit wet, and you begin reading it and realize that this is the story of Lady Thissa and the rest of the heroes of Valenrain defeating the dragon princes, and it is said that she wielded a rapier in her days.
Thank you, Turner.
I nod my head with a big smile on my face and go back to my bed.
And content that you've successfully communicated and kit bashed enough of a paper in order to convey this pretty epic story that you just happened to know from your studies when you were younger.
Yeah.
You hop into bed, and all of you begin dozing off. In the night,
Oh no.
Are you guys hearing music right now?
No.
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 Goddamn stupid music bot. I miss playing D&D in person, guys. There we go.
It's queued and positioned, so there's something still playing right now. I'd say
Alright.
just kick the bot and let it rejoin. That might do it.
I don't know how to work this thing.
I think hit skip, and it should go to the next one.
Somebody else type in exclamation point skip.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Wow, that's really dumb how that works.
Yeah.
So, in the night, Byron,
Fantastic.
you have a very peculiar dream. You begin hearing the marching of thousands of footsteps over solid ground. The clattering of metal and the clang together of armor and weapons is what you hear as you see thousands upon thousands of men, elves, and dwarves all prepared for battle, charging over a desolate battlefield. they start in a very sequenced march, and then they all begin dashing towards the other side of the battlefield, where there appears to be an even larger army of dragon kind, where there's dragonborn, kobolds, lizard folk, basically anything that could be considered a direct descendant of dragons. At the forefront of this massive dragon army is a colossal red dragon. Flames just go erupting out of its mouth and just decimate large swaths of this entire army. And the strangest thing about this colossal red dragon is that there's a large figure mounted on it. You can't make out the details of who this figure is, but you do notice something about them. That rider is wielding a sword, and it looks very similar to the one that you currently wield. And that's more or less where your dream ends.
Unless I wake up with a start,
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it just kind of snaps me out of it.
Yeah. As soon as you see the blade, you wake up and it's the next morning. The only person who is currently up now is Turner. He's sort of an early riser.
Good morning, Turner.
Good morning.
You know, just kind of trying to compose, stretch. How did you sleep?
I kind of shrug and say, sleep.
Me too. Sleep indeed. Much needed sleep.
Does he look okay?
I feel like that would be a...
Contested. Because Byron's actively trying to hide it.
Then yeah, I guess an insight check against a... I don't know, I guess roll a wisdom save.
Would it be deception?
If you'd rather roll deception,
Alright, who's breathing into there?
I think it's Ethan.
Okay.
Nancy.
Dang it, sorry.
Oh, we can call him Ethan again. Terry left a while ago.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
You
Yeah.
could.
But
Was
I
that
don't
deception?
will.
Yeah, you can roll deception.
Ah!
Oh shit! Natural one. You're like,
Yes!
you accidentally slip into sarcasm for a minute. You're like, yeah, I'm fine, and then you realize, oh wait, shit, that's not how I wanted to play that.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, Turner, looking at him, he does not look fine. He has got sweat beating down his forehead. His breathing appears to be a lot more labored than it usually is.
You okay?
It's a bad dream. Yeah. Bad memories. Yeah. And like he's speaking like a half-truth in the sense that that's not the whole story, but he's not trying to actively hide. He just doesn't know what to make of it, really.
Yeah.
So it's just some bad memories, I think. Yeah. Well,
Kind of like nodding his head, very awkward, never really talking with people. He's just gonna kind of cast guidance on you.
is that just until...
Morning guidance.
I'm pretty sure it lasts like a minute.
So all of you have successfully gained the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
Hit points, key points, spell slots, channel divinities, all that jazz. It is restored, along with half your hit dice if you spent them. All right. So, after rising bright and early in the morning, you see that today is just as cloudy and dreary as the day previous. What would you like to do?
Say, before we leave the room, it's like, well, what do we want to do? I think there are still jobs here, but the city really does suck.
Still carrying a wolf pelt and a mushroom that I would like to deliver to the people who are paying me for them. Then let's hit the road.
Yeah, didn't
I don't really
one of you guys have goblin ears as well?
I thought the goblin ears. The goblin ears were for the
Oh yeah, right. He already collected them. Right, yeah.
wolf problems was where the wolves were.
Guard.
Yeah, you have to go to the gate's office, and then the ingredient was the Eye of Newt elixirs.
Yeah.
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 So if we're planning to leave, where are we going?
I point at the nearest exit and say, that way. I have no clue which way it goes. I'm just pointing there.
You just get a deadpan look from Byron, just like he got the joke, but it's just, come on.
He
didn't
was
say
he
that
was
was
not
a
impressed
joke.
with the joke.
I know.
I didn't say it was a joke.
Byron
Fair.
took it as one.
Fair.
Yes,
Was a joke?
Corik.
Did not know.
Yes, Corik.
Are we just gonna
We are, in
assume
fact,
that the
going to walk out
mushrooms
the
and-
door? I meant after that. Different city.
Oh, right.
Different
We're
location.
still in here. Right. I thought we went outside, so I was pointing to the nearest city gate. Is what I was thinking. My mistake. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks.
So I feel like it would have been in character. Just so, like, nearest exit? You mean that one?
Thought you were just pointing at the door of your bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of us said we left. So we're all
Yeah.
just
No,
sitting in the bedroom.
I'm sorry.
still.
I was. Yeah, I'm aware. I got ahead of myself. Don't worry about it.
Right, that's fine. No worries.
Folks, this never happened. The internet never needs to know that I'm not the perfect human being. Whatever.
Yeah, you must keep up that illusion that everybody has of you, that you're some mythical being.
Listen, man. I've had almost 1,800 years to perfect the art of being perfect, okay? It's kind of an embarrassment when I don't.
Right. For
Anyway.
those of you who don't know, he's existed for thousands of years.
No,
And
not
woke from his
thousands yet.
slumbers. Okay, approaching. Sorry, I wasn't specific enough. And he awoke specifically to play D&D. Or something of that nature, I don't know.
Yeah. And for those of you who believe that, I have some beachfront property to sell you. I'm gonna go with in the center of Idaho.
Yeah.
Prime beachfront.
There might be a lake where that's technically possible, just saying.
No, none of that pesky water near my beaches.
Who
Alright,
wants that
so-
shit? That shit gross.
So does the wolf pelt thing and the red cap mushroom thing, that just happens off screen, right? That's not that important to roleplay.
I guess that's up to you. We could just run quickly past it. Assuming that's what you guys want to do first.
I mean, I'd like to get this done before we leave the city, so I'm not carrying shit I don't need.
Right.
I think we're trying to figure out what we do after that before we step out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, before we step out of the room. All right.
I
Right,
think-
I'm so far ahead of myself, guys. I'm so sorry.
You're operating on a different system than the rest of us.
I'm still stuck on Windows Vista, guys. I'm sorry.
Man, never try playing Wizard 101 on Windows Vista. That's the moral of today's story.
So,
If there's
because I
anything you
have
should
one,
take away from this game.
I'm going
Yeah.
to pull out the map of. Wow. No, it's just a map of my hometown. I was thinking it was a bigger map.
I have a map.
I'm
My
the
map.
map. I'm the map.
How big is my map? Oh.
It's not your map, but it belongs to you, if that's what you mean.
Well, I mean, it might as well be my map.
Yeah. I mean, it's as close as it's basically just a hand-drawn map
Yeah.
made by somebody who existed within the city that you were in.
Yeah. So I just like hearing everyone talk about where to go. I just kind of like start unfolding it and like set it on a bed. There's no table in here, right?
There's the dressers.
Am I tall
But
enough to reach on top of those?
No. Yes, maybe. I mean, how tall are you?
I mean, um. Oh dang! I'm like 5 foot tall, almost.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
you're
big bird.
yeah, you're much taller than you think.
I forgot I was that tall.
I was
Wait,
imagining
out
that,
of
like,
curiosity, what's your movement speed?
30.
Oh, it's 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused. I thought Turner was like 4'5" or 4'6".
No, he's 4'10". But anyway,
Oh, big ass bird.
on one of the dressers, you see that Turner opens up a parchment map, which I will show to you all now. Tell me if you guys can see it. I just pressed show to players, so you guys should be able to see it now.
Where would it be?
Hold on.
Oh.
How about now?
There it
There it
is.
is.
Much better.
What you see before you is a not entirely accurate, but a hand-drawn map of the coast of Valenrain, where you all currently reside. You will notice that Frosthearth isn't actually on this part of the map, and it's because it's excuse me.
Well, I think
it's
Byron can point that out, yeah.
Because it's right within the forests on the easternmost part of the map.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more to the top right corner.
Yeah. It's sort of those surrounding areas.
Is that city floating?
Forge raid?
Oh yeah, you're pointing towards Forge Raid.
Absolutely.
By the looks of the map, it certainly looks like it.
Would I know if it is or not?
You actually, in order to get where you are, had to pass through Forge Raid, or at least passed by it.
Oh, so yeah, I just go, yes.
That's pretty cool.
I want to go there.
What to go to there? Let's go there.
One of Ethan's other characters has been to Forge Raid.
It's pretty cool.
I'm okay with that. Which way do we want to go?
We do know where Frosthearth is related to this map, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's within the forest. On the
Well, and Byron could point it out too,
yeah,
because yeah.
Byron is sort of familiar with the coastal area.
just kind of look at the map. Well, it's quite the trek to Selphia, but then Scaldhammer, Fangville, Ravenstone, then the Forge Raid. Seems to be the quickest on path that's already been planned out.
Out of curiosity, hold on. You guys can continue looking at the map. I'm doing some DM map math real quick because I'm trying to see
How long it would take us to get there.
Yeah.
If I remember the map you showed us before we started, it's a good sized trek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
take you a minute and a half to get there.
Especially Selphia to Frosthearth.
I don't mind not lying to you. I got that pulled up on my second monitor right now. I'm not like planning which way should we go to get there. It's just kind of a what I pulled it up to see how many exits Frosthearth had. But yeah, that is a significant distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take you guys like 2 in-game weeks to get there.
Full fortnight.
Well, that could be a fun journey.
Could be.
And we
Get
get
us out of
to
this
see a
stinking cold.
floating city.
To admit, that sounds pretty cool.
And in fact, Turner, you know a little bit of lore about Forge Raid, but once again, it's one of those things where you'd probably have to write it out because it's quite a bit of stuff has happened there.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay looking at the map for a little bit then.
Man, I've made the map of my campaign setting so many times, it's not even funny. Like, I've just been making better versions of my map every single time that I made it.
We take those.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna make a trek like that, we'll need a good amount of supplies. Boy. Because Byron could probably recall what it took him to get to the city, right?
Yeah. You recall that it took you, with occasionally stopping in places, it took you about like a week and a half.
To get from Selphia.
Oh no, to get from Port Ludo all the way to Frosthearth. What if you just went on stopping just for rest? But to get from Selphia to Frosthearth is
About a week.
about a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need
About a week.
a week's worth of
Okay.
supplies?
To get to Selphia, at least.
And that's walking at a decent pace.
Yeah.
So we should get a little bit more just in case. But then we
Yeah.
can resupply in Selphia and not have to carry the food the whole journey.
Yeah,
It also means it'll be fresher.
that is true.
I don't like stale food.
It works in a pinch, but it's not preferred. Yeah, I mean, I feel like at least heading to Selphia with that in mind is doable. And I've walked that path before, so won't be going in completely blind.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
So with that, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I think first we are gonna turn in the pelt and the mushroom.
All right.
And then I guess we're going supply shopping.
sounds about right.
Alrighty then, let's check how much these things cost. Gold for the pelt, and 3 silver total for the mushrooms.
So, as you guys leave your room and head back downstairs, you are greeted by the innkeeper once again. Do you guys stay for the morning meal?
Yes.
Because like it was specified that it was
Yeah,
included
yeah.
in your room. Yeah. Okay. You hastily eat up your meal, getting ready for the day. The barkeep looks to you, Corik, and says, "So, where are you guys headed after this?"
The Flying City.
The flying. He thinks for a moment. He's going to quickly do something. He thinks for a minute. Oh, Forge Raid, I believe it's called. Is that the city
Yes.
you're referring to? Yes, okay. Yes, I've never been there myself, but I heard it's quite interesting. I think I heard something about there being wyvern tamers there, which is pretty exciting.
What?
Yeah, a lot of dragonborn folk think it's a little unethical, but they're still doing it.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the sky, you only have so many exports that you can have, you know? But anyway, you guys finish up your meals, and then head out into the city. Just gloomy and rainy as ever. Where are you guys heading first? Are you guys heading to the Eye of Newt Elixirs, or are you heading to the Legate's office?
Which one's closer? It doesn't matter to me, man.
The closer one would probably be the Eye of Newt Elixirs. So, as you begin heading in the general direction of the potion shop, you hear a strange noise that appears to be coming from the drains leading into the sewers.
Did anybody else
It sounds to be like a gurgling sound.
Did anybody else hear that?
As you say that, you hear a woman shriek as she points towards one of the drains, and then you see this thick, viscous, gray ooze just sort of come seeping out of the sewer, and you see that it just starts spreading out against the pavement, and you see it's coming out from the other side of the other side of the street as well. And you see that people are now just running away from this as two on each side of these oozy puddles just start consuming everything in its pathway. Moving you over here, you guys see what appears to be these really dark oozes come oozing out of the sewers right in front of Eye of Newt Elixirs.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's a word. That's a word for it.
Not good, not good.
That's unnatural.
Yeah, everybody is currently like running in terror away from this thing.
Understandably so.
Yes.
Just kind of look around. Do we want to do something, or do we want to follow suit?
Can it be killed?
Probably. It can't be killed by us is the better question. And I'm gonna kind of move here to just, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna tell him, hey, you're the magic man. Do some magic, bro.
Only if you're okay with potentially punching this thing.
Shit. Don't do no magic, bro.
Corik, you have a sword. You don't have to punch it.
Okay.
Yeah, but he said I had to punch it.
I don't know what you do. You fight. Fighting involves punching sometimes. And looking over, all the people have cleared out near this thing, right?
Oh yeah, the closest people nearby are maybe a few guards who are rushing to go get help from others.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great job, the city guard. And I'll just kind of look at them. Well, are you ready for a fight of some kind?
Sure.
Not really, but okay.
Fight?
Probably, Turner.
You see these oozes are just slowly advancing forward.
So the general consensus, we're going to try and kill these things.
Or at least distract them so no one ends up getting hurt.
Okay, cool. Before the fighting starts, then, can I just bless everyone but me?
Yeah, is it an area of effect spell?
I mean, I can target 3 people with it.
Oh, then yeah, you can totally do that.
Yay! And we'll do that then.
So all of you guys are currently blessed, which means you basically have a D4 that you can... That's what that means, right? You get a D4
Yeah.
that you can add to a roll.
It's like,
D4 to all attack and saving throws for the next minute.
or until concentration break.
Or until concentration break, yes.
Okay, we're going to give you a little icon to denote that you've blessed people. We're going to give you the angel wings.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. These things are still advancing forward. You see that one of this one is like just picking up a bunch of spilled apples that have been knocked over from a cart and have just consumed them into its mass.
And it's like, it's black ooze. It's not like clear.
It's more like a charcoal gray, but yeah.
Okay.
Are they getting bigger as they consume stuff?
Marginally, but it does appear so.
Okay.
Let's keep them from getting any bigger, shall we?
Yes.
And
Yes,
I'll
we should.
unsheathe and Eldritch Blast the closest one.
All right, that would be this one. Go ahead and roll the hit, and then after that we will roll initiative, but don't do it quite. All right, now if you want to roll initiative, you can. But go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh,
9.
Hold on, let me add the D4.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Is it just... What do I type in for this? Exclamation point D4?
Actually, you don't. I guess you don't need to, because a 9 actually hits.
Oh, well, fantastic.
But I mean, you can still use it anyway, but you don't need to.
Well, what would I type in so I know for future?
Slash roll 1d4.
Slash roll. There we go.
Okay, so a 12 total. You go ahead and roll damage for that.
Yay. 6 force damage.
6 force damage.
Now I'll roll initiative. Right. Click on the icon and then...
Yeah.
How did I roll that twice?
Wow.
No, I think
great job.
Wait,
No, mine rolled twice for some reason.
did you have it on advantage or disadvantage?
No.
What did you roll the first time? A 20. That's what you're gonna have as your initiative. Don't worry, I'll fix it. There we go. Is everybody rolled? It looks like it. All right.
Yeah.
Putting you guys in order.
I think my mouse did that thing where it glitches.
Yeah.
Happens. All right. So, go ahead and did you already roll the damage for that Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, it was 6 force damage.
6 force. Okay. Checking something real quick.
I mean, or it could just take 6 force damage.
It could do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, it just straight up takes 6 force damage. Like, there's no avoiding that. Alright, as you fire your Eldritch Blast from your blade, and this charcoal gray glob of ooze reacts violently before taking on the form of what looks to be just like a puddle of slick oil before it starts manifesting again into this pile of ooze that you saw. But at the beginning of combat, Ilien, it is your turn.
You went for this one, right? Why is it not pinging now?
The
This
closest one, yeah.
That's the one that he hit, yeah.
Then that's the one I'm gonna try out a new rapier on.
Right.
So I'm gonna move up to here.
Are you proficient with the rapier?
I am not. But
Okay.
Only one less than what I would be if I was.
Right. Because it is a +1.
Yep. So it's slightly worse, but it's really pretty, and I want to try it.
Right. All right. Go ahead and take a swing with it. All right. A 12 hits.
Six piercing damage from my
6
magic
piercing damage. All right.
rapier.
Um.
I don't know if it matters if it's magic. I'd have to look up stats again, and I'm not doing that.
I think it is, since it's magical, if it had a resistance to non-magical things, it would override that.
Yeah. In my games, like for the purposes of detect magic, they don't go off. But in terms of overcoming damage resistances, and stuff like that, it is considered magical because I think the idea of it just being really pointy is dumb for being magic. But yeah, so we can just keep that in mind for the future. So 6 points of piercing.
Yes.
All right. So you give it a good slash. It feels really good in the hand. You just think that you need more practice with it. That's also what she said. But you know, yeah, you give it a good poke, and it doesn't appear to be reacting since it has no real facial features. But you do look like it. It does look like it's becoming less. It's moving less and less as you attack it.
Because I'm curious and can, I would also
Mhm.
try to do a unarmed strike against it as well.
As a bonus action?
Yeah. I mean, I hit it with 24, but it did the thing where it glitched and threw it like 3 times.
Oh boy.
Bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning. Alright. So, as your hand collides with it, it sticks almost immediately. You sort of shake your hand off. It feels like really thick. You're glad that this weapon that you had is made of a higher caliber, or else like you could have risked bending that blade like really, really badly. But pulling your hand away, you manage to get all the goop off. But anyway, is that your turn?
Other than going, ew, 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 ew.
All right, Turner.
Okay. I want none of these things near me. So we're just gonna keep everyone in front of me. And I'd like to shoot the other thing in the front row with the crossbow.
The other, which one?
The one
this
directly,
one?
yeah, that one.
All right, you're gonna have to move like right here, but then you're in good line of sight.
That's fine.
Yeah. Le Pew.
Le Pew.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
The Le Pew works.
The Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew.
So that would be 13
13.
piercing.
Right. As the crossbow bolt goes sinking, you hear make a sort of like the sound it makes when you put your fingers through like silly putty, and then just sort of like is consumed into its form. It did not seem to have a significant effect on it.
Oh.
And as your daily reminder, make sure you mark down that crossbow bolt.
I did indeed do that.
Awesome. There's a way to make it where it automatically marks away your ammo, but I'm too lazy to do that. Anyway, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Byron.
Alright. Seeing everyone taking their initiative, I'll move up here with all my movement to get a better angle on these things, and I'll
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'll fire at this one.
Say it. Say it.
What?
Say it.
Fire.
Do it.
Fire Eldritch Blast at this target right here.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast!
Oh! Oh! Yeah, that hits. By a lot, actually. 5 force damage.
Pew! Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Launching your Eldritch Blast, it sort of hits its form and it sort of recoils and its form sort of ripples a bit as the ooze-like body of these creatures sort of ripples.
Just imagine like smacking Jello.
Yeah, smacking Jello is perfect. Corik.
Right, so I'm gonna take my sword, right? Because I got that.
Yeah, you do in fact have that.
Yeah, I do. You don't have to tell me, I know. Just a second, I'm counting movement. Alright, I'm gonna run around Ilien.
Right.
And do a little whack-a-do on the... Shit. On the... Oh, bullshit.
Technical difficulty?
I guess maybe I won't be doing the whack-a-do.
Why is that?
Because I just got a nat 1.
Did
What?
you?
Where? It didn't roll.
Yeah, it did. Okay, I can roll again.
Oh, there's
there
everything.
it is.
There
Oh,
goes.
no, there
There
it
it
is. Yeah, it just took a minute to catch up. I think your computer's fucked.
Oh, good thing I'm replacing it soon.
Yeah, it is good, because as your blade touches this ooze, you see that it instantly starts corroding.
Oh boy.
It's still usable, but it now has a permanent minus 2 to attack rolls and damage.
Well, let me just... Oh, wait a second. We forgot to add the +4 to that roll.
It doesn't matter. A natural one's a natural one.
You're right. Function's a little different. Just a little different. In let me see, where can I fit?
Yeah.
I'll do it later. Alrighty. That is unfucking pleasant.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun. But you
Well,
still have your bonus action.
I was gonna kick it or something, but seeing what it just did to my blade, I'm not touching that shit. So I'm just gonna step aside and let it.
Are you leaving its melee range?
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess I am.
All right, it's going to attempt to attack you. Never mind. It has an intelligence of nothing, so like it's probably not smart enough to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
It's also technically blind, so like
Oh.
this amorphous blob cannot actually see you and be smart enough in tactics to take an attack of opportunity, so it's not going to do that.
It's literally just goo. Acidic goo.
Yeah, it's literally just murder Gak. Remember Gak? Nickelodeon's Gak? No, just me. Okay.
No,
No, that's
unfortunately, I
great.
do.
It's not just you. We all remember it.
All right.
I've
So
tried to block
you
it
back
out.
up. This sludge, beaten but is still able to move, is going to lurch forward and just its oozy form is going to try and make an attack against you, Corik.
Piece of shit.
Right. Okay. Does a 16 hit? I think it does.
Remind me. It's exactly equal to armor class. I can't remember
If,
offhand.
if it meets it, it hits.
Okay.
But
then it does
actually, I want to. This is the perfect time to talk about this. I'm considering doing a thing called a glancing blow, which means that if you hit something but it just meets its armor class, then attacks only do half damage.
At least for this, I approve of that idea.
That's just because you don't want to take the damage.
That is exactly why. For
But
other
then again, that
situations, that
implies
works
that
too.
if we do that, it takes half damage as well.
Yeah, it would work both ways. What do you guys think?
Cool
Do you
with
guys
that.
want
I
to
think
try
it's a
it?
cool idea.
Okay.
Well,
Go and try it.
majority. I mean, I'm good either way.
Yeah. Is anybody opposed to it?
That's a no.
Yeah, that sounds like a no. Okay, so it whatever damage it does, it's going to do half. Because it was a glancing blow. So you only take 1 bludgeoning damage,
Oh.
but you do take the full 9 acid damage as its attack slaps you across the face.
Holy shit. Okay.
And be thankful you're not wearing armor.
What?
These things are scary and I don't like them anymore.
I don't think any of you guys have to worry, because none of you guys are wearing metal armor. I don't think. Anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, it attacked you. This one, 5, 10, is just going to move that way. That's its entire movement speed. It can't move any more than that.
I mean,
5, 10. Then it's just going to use its action to dash and get right up next to Ilien. 5, 10. And this one's going to dash as well. They're just trying to block you guys off. But it can't do much anything else other than that. Ilien, your turn.
I'm a slash at it. Well,
Which one?
the one I attacked last time.
Okay, this guy.
Yeah. Cause steppy step. That would be a natural
Nat 20.
oh,
Go ahead and roll that damage. Ooh, that's nice. That's hot. That's hot.
That is that.
My girlfriend just gave you the worst look. You guys.
Well,
Yeah, shut up. So yeah, as you slash into that one, you see this ooze sort of get like sliced in half, and then it just turns into a stagnant pool and just starts seeping into the cracks between the cobblestone.
They're even gross when they die.
You get a little on your foot, and you're like Jeff Goldblum from Thor Ragnarok, where you're just like, ew, I'm stepping.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is split still. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I really don't want to hit the other one because it's too gross.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said I'm not gonna hit the other one because it's too gross.
Okay, cool. With that, Turner, what would you like to do?
Can I see the other blob next to Ilien? Like, between the crack in the building?
Sorry, repeat that again.
Can I see the blob next to Ilien, like, between the crack in the building?
Oh, yeah. It's like
Cool.
a decent amount of space in between.
And how dead does Corik look?
How dead does Corik look?
Yeah, like, on a scale of, like, 1 to whatever his hit dice is, how much do you think he's about to die?
I mean, he looks physically ill because he just got well, I guess not ill, but like he got
bitch slapped
a
by
lot
acid.
of he got acid essentially Harvey Two-Faced.
Okay. I can't do much about that right now. So I'm just gonna shoot the thing next to Ilien.
Victoria, look who's typing in the chat. Okay, successfully shot. Go ahead and roll damage on that boy.
The pew.
Le Pew.
Not
Another
as good as last time.
another crossbow bolt down. It just goes sinking into its form, not doing much.
Yeah, I know.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Alright. For those of you guys that are confused about what Ragnar just said in the chat, he's referring to my Tabaxi rogue character who has a set of studded leather of exploding, which allows me to cast fireball centered on myself once per day. So like that's what he's referring to. And since my rogue has evasion, he never takes damage from it, and he basically just kills everybody around him.
Explode!
It is the best thing ever. I'm just like, hey guys, get out of the way, and then I just sort of run, and then I turn into Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Anyway, Byron, your turn.
Seeing that fighting these things up close is ill-advised, gonna move. Yeah. Oh, gotta like here, and then cast another Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Even without the D4. Pretty sure
Yeah.
That hits.
8 whole force damage.
Just, yeah, I'm not touching that. Zap.
You see a small chunk of the goop sort of gets ripped off with the force damage and then lands on the pile of goop behind it.
And does it just kind of instantly mix?
A little bit, yeah. Sort of instantly integrated. This one's still up, but it's looking like it's losing its gelatinous integrity.
Ugh.
If I may, did the goop that got the goop landed on it? You know, the...
Yeah, this one. The one right in
this
front of you.
here?
The one about to
Yeah.
consume your toes.
We'll get to that. Did that goop realize how disgusting it is when part of its brother landed on it? Is it now aware of the fact that it is gross as shit?
They don't really have facial expressions.
Yeah, but
they're just slimes.
ask any animator, you can make a slime very emotive.
Dodging that, Corik, it's your turn.
Okay, you know what? That's a wise move. All right. You mentioned these folks came out from right by the.
These little things right here.
No, not the sewer grates, but they came out near the. The potion.
The potion shop. It's literally right here.
This one? Okay, great. So. Let's just do a quick little. All right. I run to the door. I think that's the right distance. Let me double check that now. I'm second guessing myself.
No, it's right. You're good.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I run to the door screaming, "Oh!" Or I'm sorry, screaming, "Oh! Burns! It burns! Help me!" Because I mean, imagine an acid burn. It hurts, right?
Yeah. Quite excruciatingly, in fact. You see that as you walk up, that the windows have been, like the shutters of the windows have been closed. Like prior to you walking up there, which you can hardly see because there's like acid in your face, you know? Your skin's sort of bubbling a little bit.
I can hope for good Samaritans, but I can't expect it.
As of this current turn, nobody has answered your praise. Or not your praise, your calls for aid.
Please.
Alright. Is that your entire turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I think I have the mental ability to take care of right now.
Right. It's the Ooze's turn. This one is going to get up all behind Ilien. This one... Oh, yeah, all of them are just ganging up on Ilien because she's the closest target. Let's see how they do. Alright, just making sure. Yeah. Okay. So, Ilien does... Alright, the highest... one of them rolled a 9, one of them rolled a 14, one of them rolled a 17. How many of those hit?
17's a glancing blow.
17's a glancing blow. Oh, look at that. We're using that mechanic flawlessly. The other two just failed to make purchase, but dodging so many attacks, one of them was bound to slip through. You take 1 bludgeoning damage and 12 acid damage.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it rolls nothing for bludgeoning, but rolls everything for the acid damage. So that's a total of 13 damage for that. As you're about to go help Corik with his acid burn, you receive one of your own as one of these oozes lands an attack against you, making a massive burning sensation in your lower back. With that, it is your turn.
Alright.
Wop. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, don't do that to me, man.
I'm gonna take a swing with the rapier again at the one in front of me. I hit it.
Yes, you do.
I hopefully
At the
kill it.
one in front of you, are you referring to this one?
The one that I had attacked. No, I hadn't attacked it yet.
Yeah, so just point one out, whichever one you're attacking.
It would have been this one, because I was going off of
This
where
one?
the character was facing, yeah.
Okay. 6 points of piercing. It cuts through it like butter. This sword is sharp enough that it cuts through it with the smallest amount of resistance possible. Anything for your bonus action?
Gonna. Yeah, we're gonna move out of the center of all of them. Actually gonna move to this corner here so that they can't come at me all at the same time.
Okay.
Because I'm not looking good.
Yeah. As you leap out of the way, trying to avoid them creeping up your ankles and sort of investing your whole body, Turner, your turn.
Okay. This is all bad.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going. Oh god, if I move like right over here, can I still see Ilien?
Yeah, they're these puddles of goo are not even taller than you.
Cool. I'd like to cast Healing Word on her.
Okay. What is your healing word, Mr. Bird? Bird is the word.
It gives 7 healing.
7 healing. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's the bonus action, and then as my action.
Yeah, but what word do you say for your healing word?
Ah!
Fair enough.
Yes. The long and noble language of the
A
Kenku.
bird.
I
Long
believe you
and
mean
winding
Orin.
squawk. It's not even Orin. Wait,
No, it's
is
not.
it?
I don't
I'm
know.
about to say, I don't think it is.
I don't know. It's a language I know, so. Anyway, then with my action, I'm gonna shoot the sludge in front of me.
Alright. Go ahead and roll the hit. 9 hits.
Eek. Oh my god.
Yeah, these things have no armor class.
There we
Because
go.
they're
7
slime.
piercing. Another bolt bites the dust.
Indeed.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Byron.
Hey, we're gonna do the gabagoo again
The Gabak.
and fire an Eldritch Blast at this back one.
Hell yeah,
I'm
you do.
just like, this shit's just gross, and I'm not touching that. Zap.
Hit. 6 force damage against this one, right?
Yeah.
You blast that one into smithereens. And it is now just a little disgusting steaming pool of an oily-like substance on the ground.
It's like, I'd be really glad that it's one less one to deal with, but that was...
It's
yeah.
all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Man, I would describe the smell to you guys, but I can't, like, in words.
Another great reason to be 10, 15 feet back.
Yeah, it smells like ammonia and week-old chili.
Jesus.
Oh.
I'll just...
I lied, I could put it into words.
I'll just look kind of down the alleyway. Is there any indication of guards or anyone?
It looks like guards are currently storming towards your location right now, but they won't be there for maybe another round.
Alright. Well, at least there'll be someone we can talk to soon. Yeah.
Alright. With that, Corik, your turn. Are you still waiting on somebody to let you in?
I didn't say I was waiting ever.
Oh.
Oh no.
No. No, but also, I'm going to assume the pain's at least tolerable now. I can think a little
Oh
clearer.
yeah. You're in you're in the midst of combat, so like pain is sort of like nulled.
I mean, that was literally my first turn that I got walloped, so I wouldn't call that
Yeah.
mid-combat yet, but now I am.
Yeah, mollywopped, I would say.
Well, shut up, man. I'm just gonna come over by Ilien and say, well, not necessarily say, but what the fuck did that bird do to you? Can I get it done to me? Something to that effect, but maybe not those exact words, because you
Right.
know.
No, I appreciated the
and I
phrasing.
don't want to touch those shits.
I appreciated the phrasing. And is that your entire turn?
Yeah, basically, I'm not touching those shits, and my swords, I'm not. No, nothing.
No, just no. Hey, what's your favorite type of ooze? No,
Accurate.
that's just the answer. Now it is the ooze's turn. Speaking of which, this one is going to walk up to you, Ilien. I'm assuming a 10 misses,
Oh yes.
like substantially.
Yeah.
This one is going to waltz up to Turner.
Oh no.
13.
13 misses
13 misses
by one.
by 1 whole point. Yeah, these things are just trying to consume as much as they possibly can, but can't seem to be hitting their mark. Ilien.
Stabbing away with a rapier.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
I hit it
Indeed, you do.
for 8 piercing.
8 piercing. Not enough to quite kill it, but enough to make its goopage a little less vivacious. I don't know how to use adjectives.
And then, since it's still right up, like trying to climb on me, I'm gonna just kick it.
All right. 24. Shit. Yeah.
So that does 8 bludgeoning.
All right. It's not looking great, but it's still up. You see, it's still inching ever so slightly towards you. Turner.
Yeah, this is bad. I would like to guiding bolt it into the face.
You have disadvantage.
I don't care.
Unless you want to back up. Okay.
No. I want it gone now.
That's fine. Man, did somebody call a paladin? Holy fuck.
Yes.
15 radiant damage?
Jesus.
Die.
Oh my god. Leveled spells. I've missed you still.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not on the list, so yeah.
Does it die?
Not quite, but it
Oh my
ain't
God.
looking good. You see it doesn't like get blasted back like a whole 5 feet, but it does get blasted back a little bit as this giant ball of arcane energy just goes streaking towards it and sort of like blows through it like a needle through like a balloon.
Cool.
It makes a similar popping sound actually, and then you fuck off.
Yep.
Byron.
Alright. Oh man. Let's see. I'm gonna do the thing that my class is known for it. Eldritch Blast this sucker.
Am I
What you
wrong?
were born to do.
Am I wrong, or does guiding bolt the one that gives them advantage on the next attack against it?
You are
That
right.
is-
You do have
that is
advantage.
what it does.
So, Byron, make sure you roll.
I have
with
advantage equipped.
You have advantage and a plus
Plus
1d4.
I'm just hoping
But-
for a nat 20.
Nah.
Nah. That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Another
6 points of force damage.
Kill it.
I'm trying.
You successfully blow the fucker up.
Yeah.
You see some of the goo just sort of like go, and then just like splat onto the pavement.
And it's like, yeah, and then you see more splat. Just no.
Yeah, that steam has a scent to it, and it's not a pleasant one.
Chili.
I just back up like 2 more. Just I'm good. I'm good.
Preventing the bile. Corik, we're to you.
So this bitch here, right? The one that's attacking Ilien?
Yeah,
Say, fuck off, man. Leave her alone.
that does hit.
Hey, that one actually hit. Thank God. For a solid 7
points of-
piercing.
All right, so I'm going to actually describe how this happens. So, as you land this final blow into this ooze, you see its sort of like death wiggle, and as you pull as you pull your short sword back, half of the blade is missing. So you successfully killed it, but it took your short sword in the process, essentially.
Ilien, don't you have an old sword maybe I could borrow for a little bit?
I think that would be acceptable.
Thanks, lass.
But yeah, you guys managed to survive, and at that time, a few of the guards show up and says, "What in the nine hells happened here?"
That's a good fucking question, sir.
Bad.
Just gross shit.
I believe we were just attacked by the sewer.
Well, good on you for protecting yourselves and all that. You can go about your day now. The guard will take care of the rest of this.
You might want a street cleaner or something around here. Real quick, pal.
Yeah,
Maybe someone
we're on it.
magical.
We're on the case.
Some magic lie, maybe. I don't know.
Some Windex.
Something a bit more powerful than just soap.
Yeah, you see all the guards as they're beginning to work on the cleanup process. They all just sort of like cover their noses with their gauntlets as they come up because of the horrid smell.
I'll just kind of point to the 2 grates that they oozed out of, and just they came from those 2. That's about all we know.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of this as soon as possible, I assure you. He sort of gives you a nod and walks off.
Before he goes, I'm gonna say, you're just either of you in the lost sword of Narsil and the old sword of Narsil.
It's a broken sword. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Aragorn's sword, the broken one before it was reforged and named Anduril or something.
That is accurate.
It is accurate. Thank you.
What is this? I'm curious. Sorry, I'm looking at the Twitch chat because I keep looking back. Oh, apparently there's a clicking noise coming from my mic. Is it still happening?
Yes.
Do you guys hear anything? Oh, don't know what that could be.
Oh, I hear it now.
I just moved. Maybe that's why. I'm not using my headset like I normally am. I'm using just my pair of earbuds. Because I just moved back and my setup isn't, fixed yet.
My guess
That'll
is
be
it's something with the mic and your headset.
Is it, terrible? Am I unhearable currently?
No.
Oh
No, it's just a little cracky and poppy.
I didn't even notice it until it was pointed out, frankly.
I did, but I
Okay.
have the volume turned way up in my ears. Because
So what do the guards respond to my offer of the ancient blade of the long dead king named, whatever?
Wait, what?
Surely valuable sword. My sword is
think I
broken.
Corik is
that.
trying to convince the guards to take his broken ass sword
By
as some
claiming it
kind
is the
of
sword.
ancient relic.
You
Artifact.
can go ahead and roll a deception check with disadvantage.
All right, give me a second.
I'd say double disadvantage if that was a thing, because Ilien is definitely staring at him with a scowl.
Oh, where the hell is my? There it is.
They just sort of look at you, shake their heads, and begin plugging their noses again as they go back in for the cleanup. They are paying you no mind.
I'm gonna holler after them. Well, do you at least know a museum worthy of such an artifact? I don't expect a response. This is just me being snotty.
Yeah, they once again you are met with no response. Well, there is some response. One just says, "Get lost," as they are cleaning up this really disgusting ooze. Not a very envious task.
I apologize. My brother is an idiot.
I just slap her. Not like on the face or really fucking hard or anything, just like on the arm.
Okay.
I'm just well, off to errands, I guess.
Hey, Turner, could you help me with my face, please? It's kind of hurting still.
Yeah, you see
Real
that he
bad.
currently has like some blisters on his face.
I think
Can you
it's an
squawk at me or
improvement.
something? Whatever you did.
I take out a rag, hand it to him, and kind of do things.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't help.
Thanks anyway, pal.
Do you only have one spell slot?
I have 3. I cast Bless,
Bless.
Healing Word, and then Guiding Bolt.
Okay, in my mind, bless was a cantrip.
I wish.
Not bless.
Thinking of guidance.
Yeah, bless. I thought bless was. Like guiding bolt, I knew could pick up spell slot. Not the point. So anyway, I'm assuming you guys progress onto Eye of Newt Elixirs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless anyone opposes, I'm not going to ask for money. I'm going to offer to trade the mushrooms for help with my burning face.
Right. So
Okay.
as you approach the facade of this building, you see that there's a sign that, along with the name of the shop, has what appears to be a icon of a some sort of fauna on it, something sort of akin to that, and the shutters and the door is all still completely closed.
I think you're
I
going
mean,
to
I'm
have
gonna
to knock.
open the door. Or just open the door.
You go to open the door and it's locked.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm gonna knock. Shut up,
Uh.
Ilien. No one fucking asked your opinion.
All right, so you try the door, locked. You give it a knock, and after about 30 seconds, you hear the sound of the door being unlocked, and then it cracks open a little bit, and inside you see this shorter, sandy-haired human man just sort of peek out, and he's like, "They all gone?"
Yeah, we got him. They got us too, but we got him.
Oh, thank God for that. Come in. Quick. I don't want any of those things getting into my shop.
All right,
That
thank you
seems
much,
fair.
sir. I understand. Hey, sir, I got you some red cap mushrooms. I saw you posted you wanted some mushrooms of the red cap variety. You posted that on the job board. Well,
Yes.
as it stands right now, however, I think we're in a better situation to make a trade, sir. My face is hurting something awful. One of them.
He looks at your face and he's like, "Yes, you looked pretty. That looked like acid burn."
Hell if I know, man. It just hurts. So you're kind of the expert here. Could we, instead of like, I don't need money for these. Can you just, in exchange for the mushrooms, can you fix my face? Can you make it not hurt and stuff?
This is a pretty convenient arrangement we have here. He turns his head back and he says, "Nyla, come here." And then after a second, by the way, the interior of the shop, I don't know how many of you guys have been inside of a dispensary, but it sort of has that vibe kind of going on, where like it just smells very earthy and just a lot of pungent odors coming from all the different ingredients in here.
Whole place just smells vaguely of skunk.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, getting a better look at this man, he just appears to be your average human man with sandy blonde hair and silvery kind of eyes. But after a minute, a strange figure walks out from the back room, and it appears to be a really a matter of humanoid that you have never seen before, any of you. It appears that this figure's very skin is made of stone. Looks like occasionally throughout their arms and throughout their hair, branches seem to be poking out with little bits of leaves and flowers growing on it. This person looks like a walking tree, essentially. Not exactly like Groot, but something akin to that.
How big?
About around the same size as Turner,
Oh, okay.
but is otherwise totally humanoid. This mysterious being sort of just skips over to you and says, "Yes, how may I be of service for you?" And he looks down and he says, "Nyla, our guest here just helped with the disgusting things that were going on outside, and one of them was pretty badly injured, gesturing to Corik's acid-burned face."
Two of them. I correct him and point at Ilien.
Really?
You as well.
Ilien's still missing, if I did my math right, 6 hit points from that hit.
Yeah.
So that's also a sizable slap.
And he says, "Well, it's very convenient that you brought us some redcap mushrooms." And then he takes them from your hand and takes them over to a little wooden bowl in which he takes like a grinder and immediately just starts mushing it up. And he says, "Nyla, dear, go grab me one of the glass vials." And she skips over to one of the many shelves behind the main desk and pulls out 2 very small vials. And as he's crushing up this mushroom, a pleasant smell. It sort of smells of like a hearth, not like the one that you experienced in Aurora's Tavern, because that was more magical flame, but like a legitimate wood-burning fire. It's a very nice, calming smell. And then he mixes it with a few other herbs that he pulls out of his little satchel on his side and just starts mixing it up until it becomes a very fine, sparkling red liquid and begins pouring it into the vials. He caps them off and he says, "Here, take a dose of this, and you should be healed right up."
I'm gonna do that.
All right. You regain 8 hit points.
Molto bene. Did the red liquid inside match the mysterious red potions we got before?
Close, but no cigar.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to ask him if he can identify them. Also,
yeah.
Ilien's probably going to use one of them potions.
Oh yeah, Ilien, are you drinking the other one? Because there was 2 of them.
Yes.
You also regain 8 hit points. Roll the same thing twice. So, Ilien, you're back up to full. Corik, you're almost there, but not quite.
Too shy.
Yeah. You pull out the vials of the potion bottles that you recovered from the Aaronmore family crypt. And he uncorks them and starts swigging it around a little bit, sort of like a wine aunt sniffing a bottle to see, how good the wine is. Trying to just recognize what it is. And he says, well, if I were to guess, I would say that these are just minor healing potions.
Thank you much, sir.
Yes. Is there anything else I can do for you fine folks?
I approach. I would say while he was making that stuff, I've written out the stuff that would make up a healer's kit, and just kind of tug on a sleeve and hold the page up to him to see if he has the stuff.
He looks at it and he says, yes, hold on, let me go check. I think I have most of that, if not all of it. Let me go look for a moment.
Yay.
Looking through my notes. Real quick. After a minute, he comes back, and he says, all right, I got some bandages, some salves, yes, I have everything here. The total cost might run you about 7 gold pieces.
I hand him that amount.
He's like, all right. Would you like me to contain this all within a pouch for you? That would just be 1 extra gold piece.
I hand him another gold.
All right. He then hands you a 3-pound leather pouch that contains all the stuff you need for a healer's kit.
Yay.
It has 10 uses, and you know what it does.
Yeah.
You roll a successful medicine check, and you stabilize a creature. All right. Well, I got that up for all of you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Not for me, sir. Thank you much.
All right. Well, thank you for shopping at I Have New Elixirs. If you have any other mysterious flora or fauna that you find in your travels, bring them back here, and I'll give you a shiny gold piece for your efforts.
I say, have a nice day, sir, and I start walking out the door, but not without waving at the what'd you call it, Myra?
Gosh, now I don't even remember my own NPC's name. Hold on. Her name is, he said it was Nyla.
Nyla. Alright, well,
Yes.
I'm gonna wave at Nyla before I head out, but, just as a politeness.
She gives you a kind little wave and says, farewell. And her voice sort of carries. It sounds like it's being echoed on the wind. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, I said that none of you guys have ever seen this before, so that would even exclude Turner, even though he is a very smart little boy.
Hasn't read that book.
Yeah, not that one. But anyway, moving things along, what kind of pelts do you have, Corik?
I have 1 gray pelt, so that is 1 gold piece.
All right, just go ahead and mark that down. You take it to the legate's office. The legate wasn't actually there, so one of the other higher-ranked guards took the pelt for you and gave you the sufficient gold reward. I don't think it's necessary to RP all of that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I just wanted to do this one because I knew there would be a combat involved. So, after dropping off your last bit of loose ends up in Frosthearth, you all begin heading towards the exit.
I was gonna say, where are we
have
gonna
to buy supplies.
Oh, right, okay. Where were you heading to buy supplies?
I assume we would have known somewhere that sold stuff like that, having
like a general market?
had been there for a
or-
while.
Oh, yeah. You, being here the longest, Byron, know of a little trading post on right across the street from O'Rourke's Tavern.
All right. Yeah, I know where we can get some supplies. Might be maybe not all the food, but we could definitely get supplies for the journey. And I'll take him to it.
Right. So, moving through the Frosthearth Quarter, you eventually make it to a little quaint shop called a Raleigh's Trading Post. As you step in, this older woman is sitting behind the desk. She looks sort of beleaguered and a lot like some of the bar patrons you'd see in O'Rourke's Tavern, just pale and tired and frazzled hair, and looks like they haven't gotten much sleep. Looks like they've been cramming for a final that they've been waiting to take for 9 years. But as she sees you all, a smile creeps across her face. Say that again?
She's preparing for the bar exam.
Yeah, exactly. She pipes up and says, welcome to Raleigh's Trading Post. How may I be of service to you today?
Well, we're looking probably for some food and traveling supplies. We're gonna be traveling for a bit.
Yeah. As you say that, you look around the shop, and it looks like everything around this place is just sort of like thrown onto shelves with no clear organization. It's just all of her stock is not organized at all. It's just thrown randomly about, and if you need something, she knows where it is, but you will have no chance in hell of finding it.
I respect that.
She looks around and says, well, is there anything in specific you're looking for, dear?
Rations. Rations would be the big first thing.
All right.
We are going south, so we don't really need warmer clothing. Do you guys have bedrolls?
I might have one or two in
I was asking the party
Oh,
if they had bedrolls. I'm trying to get
I missed playing in person.
Shake my head no.
Don't remember what I have in this. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, I gotta look up what's inside a certain thing.
Yeah, me too.
If you're looking up Explorer's Pack, it has a bedroll in it.
I had a Dungeoneer's pack, so I'll need
Give me
a...
1 second.
I will need a bedroll.
Yeah, I'll need a bedroll.
Dungeoneer's pack does not have it.
But I have... Technically, I have rations for myself, but it wouldn't hurt to have more.
Yeah.
Rations, I've got some rations, but how much are you looking for?
Well...
We're headed to Selphia, so we're looking at about a 1.5 week journey.
Probably closer to a week. And...
Oh, you're right, you said that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, about a week's journey.
For the four of you, man, I have not left this city in so long. Seeing Selphia for the first time since I was a little girl would be quite the treat. But alas, I must stay here. So for a week's journey for the four of you, let me go out back and see if I have enough for to cover that. I'm sure I do, but it's best to be safe.
Okay.
And
I guess I was gonna say, as she heads out, I'll turn back, and whoever's closest to me. Doesn't it seem kind of weird? It seems like, I don't know. It's like people we talk to, they never leave this city. Have you noticed that?
And
Yeah.
they all say they hate it here.
Well, I think it's obvious why they would hate it here, but I think it's weird that.
I mean, why would they stay if
Yeah.
they hate it? That's my point.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird folks, man. Weird folks.
Because, like, say the barkeep. I can understand if you stay because it's your place of business. But if it's truly an abysmal place, you have more than enough materials and money to get a cot, get some people, and travel somewhere else.
Yeah, sell the building, sell the business. You got yourself the money. Pick up a little equipment and hit the road. Set up shop somewhere else, man.
After that, she comes back out, and she has what appears to be a whole smattering of what appears to be dry foods, like jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, nuts, stuff of the like, and all in separated into individual sized packs. And she says, I have enough for about approximately a month worth of travel for one person. So for a week's worth of travel for your entire party, this should be sufficiently enough. And for this whole set of rations here, I will be willing to part with it for 5 gold.
Alright, I mean, we can each pitch in one apiece who wants to do the 2.
Don't everybody stand up at once?
You can, like, it. I wish we were in person because you could see Byron's expression is he doesn't want to spend more money. He really doesn't. It's just in his nature. But at the same time, he had to.
I'll chip in the 2. It's fine.
You're too late, Joey, but that's okay. I'll let you. Ilien and I both reached to do it at once. I retract first.
Fair.
I'll throw in my 1 gold for that.
I will also put in 1.
And I'll also go over and do you have any bedrolls?
I have 2 in stock.
I'll take one of them.
Did Turner say he had one or did not have one?
Oh, Turner doesn't have one.
Alright. Turner can take the other one.
All right. Well, 1 bedroll is 2 gold.
You just hear under his breath it'll get more use. It'll get more use.
Turner just looks in his pouch and he has 1 gold in there. He can't buy it.
Oh, that's so sad.
And
What do you spend
Yes,
all
you
your
can.
gold on?
The healer's pack?
Right.
If you throw out the 1 gold, I'll cover you that second one.
I
Turner.
already put in the other gold. It's okay.
Okay. How much does the bedroll weigh?
A bedroll weighs about 7 pounds, according to D&D Beyond.
Okay.
The hell is it made of?
Leather.
Hide, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, based on the time period the stuff is made in, it probably would be a combination of hides, cloth, and oilcloth. It would not be
Yeah.
light.
You know who has the most gold in the party? Chase's character. Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
But yeah, she
Chase.
reaches behind the counter, brings out the bedrolls. It seems to be a slight struggle for her to lift it. But she says, hopefully these will be of use to you.
Thank you. How much would the week's worth of rations be? Would that be like 5 pounds of stuff?
I don't know. I'd say that for
Half a pound a day.
that can't be right. I just looked it up on D&D Beyond. It says a day's worth of rations is 2 pounds.
That'd probably be about right.
That actually seems about right.
If
Well,
you're
if it's
talking lightweight, like travel food,
Yeah.
because you're not including water in them.
The whole day. Yeah. That
Well,
makes-
if that's
yeah,
the case,
that's-
she's selling you guys basically 30 days of rations between the lot of you.
4 is just over 7. That's 7.5 days worth of food each.
Yeah,
If I did my division right.
you did.
I think I did.
You did. I just pulled out my calculator.
Okay.
round down to just 7.
Yeah. So
Let her
that's
keep the extra
60
2 days.
pounds worth of food.
That'd be what?
Altogether, that's 60 pounds worth of ration.
Let's just let her keep the extra 2 days. It's not like we're going to need it.
Okay.
Most of us are carrying 10 days of rations already.
Okay, that's still 56 pounds.
Yeah, total. I assume we're splitting it up
Yeah.
equally amongst
Yeah.
ourselves. So that's
I'll just
15
put-
per.
7.
It'd be 14 per, since you guys are leaving out 2 days worth of rations.
No, or 14 pounds per, yeah.
So, yeah.
No carrying capacity.
I'm gonna take it out of my Dungeoneers, the food that's out of my Dungeoneers pack, and put it into my slot that already says rations.
Yeah. So all of you guys have 7 days worth of rations added to your inventory.
Ugh, might be heavy, but it's worth it. Oh, would I know where to get those gems we got from the keep appraised? Like a pawn shop.
You wouldn't know immediately.
Would it be safe to assume that they're somewhere?
You're unsure. You've never really dealt with jewelry or gems before.
Do we want to try? Kind of turn to them in a huddle. Do we want to try and get these appraised before we head out?
Hey, Parker.
Yes.
From my background, would I have some knowledge of gemstones?
Your background.
I say I probably have a rough estimation of how much they'd be worth, but like I have no clue where to turn them in.
Yeah, so you would probably know like how much they're worth, but where to turn them in
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the
I haven't
struggle.
been to this city, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't know, like, go to Ollivander's the jewel guy,
Right.
but I would probably know what they were worth.
The woman behind the counter is like, "Is there anything else I can do for you folks?"
Do you know where to get gems appraised?
Well, I could probably tell you how much they're worth. I don't know. Depending on how shiny the gems are, I might not be able to buy them off of you. But I guess it just depends on what you're referring to.
Slide one of them.
One of them?
Yeah, just have her look at it. Because I have 2 rare gems, so I'll just slide the one.
She looks at it. She
I thought I wrote it down somewhere.
looks at it and she says, "This one right here could be worth upwards of 15 or 20 gold pieces. This is a fine gem. Could be good for putting in jewelry or something. Might have to work out something with the elven couple over at the blacksmith, but yeah, this is a fine piece. Nothing too terribly expensive, but it's also not something that I see coming through my doors every day.
Would you be willing to offer 20 gold for it for this one right now?
I probably wouldn't be able to do that do that high. I could probably give you I'd say 12 gold maximum.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back.
If I look around the shop, is there anything that would catch my eye that would be worth something that's like lacking that other 8 gold? Anything shiny that
Really? The state of the shop is honestly in a pretty bad condition.
I understand that.
Yeah, her heart doesn't seem like she's really in it anymore. But yeah, it's mostly just basic supplies and goods and stuff. There's not like a golden claw sitting on Luke and Valerius's table, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to think what I would.
All right, somebody in the chat named Cam said hi, but I don't know who that. I know like 3 people named Cameron, so like.
I kind of want to know who responded. Was that you, Parker?
No, I'm signed in as myself,
Mm.
and I can't click on them.
I'll just I'll well, if you say it's worth 15 or 20, then I'll have to pass on that. But if you could point us in the direction you said of the blacksmith, maybe?
Yes, I can certainly do that. And she begins giving you directions. Hold on, I'm looking at the map. If you go down to O'Rourke's Tavern, which I'm sure you're familiar with,
Mm-hmm.
and if you go eastward from there, where you're heading towards I Have New to Elixirs, but you take a shop right towards the outer walls of the city, you will find Hammer and Tongs. There you will find a lovely elven couple, and they make just the most elegant pieces of work I've seen. But yes, you can find a decent blacksmith there.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. I hope you find use in your items and have safe travels.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. And
You as well.
I'll head out and wait for the others if they still have business.
Yeah, is anybody else buying anything? I know Turner's not, so I guess I'm just asking the Sabos.
Nope. I don't need nothing.
Right.
Real quick question though.
Yes.
Would I need to be proficient with jeweler's tools to like appraise these gems to like figure out how much they're worth?
You wouldn't have to be, but it certainly helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 to 20 isn't. I feel like that's reasonable. But I'll just
I'm sure it is. I'm just saying I could just kind of be. Yeah. All right.
I was gonna say, it's like, no, my plan's just to take them to the blacksmith and, I don't know, 15, 20 gold from them for 2 of them. That'll get us on our way.
All right, so you begin heading towards the blacksmith, and as you head towards Hammer and Tongs, you see that it a closed-in shop. You figured the actual forge and stuff must be in the back, but you enter the shop. The doors are open. You see a bunch of fine crafted daggers on display. Some pretty good sets of armor. Like, they're not as elegant and efficient as the weapons, but you see that behind the counter, currently counting coin by the looks of it, is a high elven woman with very short hair and glowing purplish eyes.
Ooh. Have they noticed us come in?
They appear to have not yet. Well, they noticed you walk in, but they see that you're sort of like looking around and haven't like addressed you because they seem to be counting.
Okay. I guess Are they like behind a desk? Or...
Yeah, they're behind a counter.
Alright, I'll walk up to the counter.
She looks up and stops counting for a second, and she says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I heard you sometimes work with fine gems.
Hold on. All right. Say that again.
I hear you, gesture to her. I hear that you sometimes work with fine gems.
Well, occasionally I'll work something into the pommel or something like that. What sort of gems are you referring to?
I'll pull one of them out. Oh, I was just looking to see if I could trade these in or sell them to you.
She sort of looks at the. Do you hand her one of them or both of them?
One of them for now. Just
All right. She begins ogling them for a minute, and then she says, "I could probably have my husband look into these. He could probably make something better out of them than I could. What do you want for them?"
I think if in the time that we looked around, did we see anything that was like with jewels in them that was up before I walked up?
Yeah, a few of the finer daggers had some gems encrusted into the hilt.
Hmm.
They're more ceremonial than they are practical use.
Hold on. I'll say, well, the person that sent me here said they'd be somewhere around 20 gold for the gems, but that was on their best guess.
I say that assessment's pretty fair. I'm not exactly a jeweler, but I know fine gems when I see them. I guess. How much do you want? Because I can't buy it exactly for 20 gold, or else I'm probably not going to exactly profit off of this.
If I... They have a shield on the wall.
Yeah, they have a few nice shields on the wall. Ignore that.
Okay. I've only handed one gem at this point, but I'll say, how much would a standard shield run me here?
Well, I guess it depends on which one you're referring to. Each one of them is made out of a different material from the last, and they are all differently effective in combat. Which kind of shields specifically are you looking for? Like a full body shield? Just A kite shield. What are you looking for?
Something that's easy and light to fit on my arm. And I'll just kind of gesture. Nice forearm shield.
She pulls one off of the wall. It's a perfectly round shield. It's very simple. It's essentially just the shield of like the guards in Skyrim, sort of like that, where it's all wood but with metal around the edges, and then the little iron bulb in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
She says, this one we sell for about 12 gold.
And then if I look, are there any all-metal shields that are about that same size, or do they just get bigger from there?
There's one that's slightly bigger, but is entirely made out of metal.
Because I know with the wood being in the shield, I feel like that would be heavier than the metal unless it's like a thick shield.
Well, yeah, in order for a shield to be, protective, it has to be a certain thickness. And she says, this one right here is a bit lighter, but not a whole lot. I guess it just depends on how much you're able to carry.
I know we have weight in this game, but what is the weight
of like just a standard shield?
Is there any difference in weight between the two? I assume it's close, but like...
one of them would probably be like 6 1/4 pounds, and then the other one would be 6.
And the 6... Oh, how much is the metal shield?
The full metal one is just 6 pounds flat.
I meant how much...
But it is more expensive. It'll be about like 15 gold.
How about I trade you one of the gems for the metal shield?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Hey! I'm good at those, I think. Hopefully.
Oh, okay, 24. She says, I think I like that deal. She pulls the entirely metal shield down. It's she says, this one's made entirely out of banded iron. Here, put it on your arm. See what you think of it.
Mm-hmm. And I do so.
It feels you're not used to a shield,
Well,
but like it's you feel like with enough practice you'd be good with it, maybe.
Just noticing the pattern of these last few days. It's like, yeah, this might help.
Are you proficient with shields?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And she says, "All right. Yes, I'm quite happy with this exchange. This gem will look really nice in the pommel of a short sword, a dagger, maybe."
Yes. I think so too. I'm not sure about my companions here, but I think this is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
No problem. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Nope.
I'm holding on to my gems for
Alright.
now.
I still have one left.
Right. So if nothing else is to be done here, you guys begin walking out of the shop. So, Turner.
Yes.
As you're just looking at all the fancy weapons, you notice that Corik has just slipped something into your pocket.
Wait, into Turner's pocket?
Yes. Corik has slipped something into Turner's pocket quite noticeably.
He
Okay.
up, up.
I look, what was it?
He handed you one of the gemstones that he had.
Aww. I say nothing and just walk out happy.
Yeah, because you're a broke ass bird bitch.
I'm a broke ass bird
Yeah.
bitch with books and scrolls.
Yeah. How would I add the shield to my...
Your,
So with your character sheet open, you can go to the compendium in the Roll20s. Click on the compendium icon, that little eye thing, and just type in shield. And then it'll bring up a whole bunch of stuff, but go down to the one with equipment. At least there should be. Yeah. Under items, and then you can click and drag it onto your character sheet, and it'll add it.
Okay. And it'll add it into the equipment as well.
Wait, there's a difference between wooden shield and...
Is there? Oh, there is.
Apparently.
So,
You'd add the normal shield.
yeah.
I forget that there's +1, +2, and +3 shields. It's kind of funny. But anyway.
I don't think I clicked and dragged that on the right thing.
So, is there anything else you guys are doing in the city of Frosthearth?
hell no.
Nope.
All right. So how much energy do you guys got? Because we either have time for one last encounter, or I can just find a natural stopping point in the next few minutes.
Well, if you find
How's everybody feeling?
If you find a natural stopping point, we'll stay at about our 3 hours that we have been.
Okay. So, you leave out of the front gates of the city, leaving behind the dark, cold, depressing city of Frosthearth, and begin down the main path towards Stalpia. A good bit into your travels, you guys are just sorting all of your belongings and stuff, idle chit-chat, before you get deeper into the wilderness in your travels, about maybe a few hours in, as the clouds are finally starting to clear up from the gloomy city, and you're starting to see sun once again. You hear a faint growling noise, and we're going to end the session with you guys hearing that noise.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say it only added 1 to my AC.
It should add 2.
I know. I'm trying to figure
You
out.
can just edit that manually.
Yeah. So there we go. That works.
I gave you guys experience last session, right?
Yes, I believe
Yes.
so.
I believe so, yeah.
Because you guys
Yes.
went from,
Yes.
however, you guys all should have, what, like 650 for experience right now?
Yes.
Be correct.
That is it.
Alright. Usually I wait until you guys rest for experience, but fuck that, I'm gonna do it now. What have you guys fought since the last time you rest?
Out? The 4 ooze and then some haggling. That's about it.
Okay, so, with the oozes... Calculating the XP now. What? There was like 4 of them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The map is still up.
Oh, right.
I'm literally looking at them.
I've been going between different, like, tabs, so...
The cat piss and chili monsters.
Cat piss and chili monster.
God.
Each of you guys gain 150 experience.
Yo. Oh, we're getting...
You guys have 100
more.
XP
Yep.
to level 3.
fun.
Excellent.
Fun things are on the way.
More
Oh, yeah,
spell
certainly.
slots.
More spells.
Alright. Everyone
No.
good for playing on the 5th?
Yeah.
Alright.
Probably, yeah.
Then I would like to thank everybody who has tuned in and watched. And we will see you again on the 5th.
Yep. Hustle away, go.
Nice night. Happy Thanksgiving, folks, for that matter.
Yeah.
Happy holidays in case you don't celebrate,
Thanksgiving or
I mean, we can celebrate. We can happy the other holidays when we get there, but for now, Thanksgiving is what.
have happy days. This is a threat.
Yeah. Be happy or we will break your Nico kneecaps.
I mean, you can break more than just the kneecaps.
I mean, snap the Nico neck if you have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Bye.
I thought you already turned off the stream.